Welcome back to Business Doctor. In this video, we are going to discuss about some important stuff related to self-improvement. We discussed in the past related to goal settings and a video on task execution and its preparedness, etc. Today, we are going to discuss about how do we overcome any challenges or obstacles or hurdles. And I'm going to tell you a simple technique which you might follow to solve your problems related to your goals. So you would have defined your goals for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, something like that, and you would have broken down to various tasks, and probably you would have started executing things one by one. While in the execution stage, there is a possibility that you might get into some obstacles or hurdles. Today, we are going to discuss about this particular technique, which is very simple, okay, and how you can go about solving this. It is simple brainstorming only. There's nothing great about it. Just I'm trying to give you this thought, how to structure in solving or in overcoming these obstacles. So first, list down various tasks or actions or whatever you wanted to do to achieve your goal. On the first column, for example, maybe you serialize that 1, 2, 3 for a particular task, and it should be possible. You might not be in a position to do it, that's okay, but it should be possible in real world. For each of these actions or whatever you wanted to do, list down the possible hurdles. For example, I want to concentrate 2 hours on reading a book to get some knowledge, but for some reason I couldn't do that. The obstacle could be like a lack of time, or in some cases when you want to do a routine, like morning I want to go for a walk, then do this, do that, etc. Or you might want to do a set of things, but you may be procrastinating it, maybe for indefinitely. So the hurdles could be like your procrastination or lack of time, or some resource is not available, or maybe some personality trait which is not allowing that to happen. So list down these hurdles, and you have to be very careful and that it is really a hurdle or an obstacle for that particular task. You cannot you cannot shy away from something which you don't want to put it. It's not like that. To achieve that particular task, whatever you feel is an obstacle, so that you list down in that second column for each of these actions. Once you know these obstacles, the third step would be like, how do you want to overcome this, or what are the ways by which that particular obstacle can be overcome. For some, there may not be a solution, but you can get around or work around that obstacle, but still achieve that task or the action which you wanted to perform. So the third column should be, again, you might be on your own taking a call on how to overcome that obstacle, or you might be discussing with your friends or your colleagues or your family members, so that because it might be requiring others' help as well. It's not just you doing it. It's like not just you getting up in the morning and start walking. It's not that way. Not all tasks could be similar to that. So some tasks might require somebody's help as well. So what are the possible workarounds or the overcoming solutions which you can try to adopt. Probably you may have to set it as a habit, the routine which you may have to do it, or certain tasks or certain hurdles could be a one-off. For example, you may be waiting for a product release and something is creating a problem, or you are not able to get into a market, or on a personal side you want to do something, you want to play, win the match, or it could be like, you want to set a goal to change your behavior and something is not happening, or maybe in your organization where you are working you may have some difficulties as part of your goals. So maybe the time is not matching for a personal side as well as for a official side or work related timings. So you may have to play around with time and you do not know how to do that, so it becomes a hurdle for your goal. So you might seek somebody's help. So while seeking somebody's help, you may have to talk to that person as appropriate as possible. So get all these things in the order. So once you do that, maybe the workaround, if you can really get around that problem or the obstacle, then I mean in a time scale which doesn't impact your goal, okay, or it still is tolerable within the goal's time limit. So plan your things in such a way that you can still achieve your goal. So to recap, the simple technique I would like to call as AHO: the action, the hurdle, and how to overcome that. For each of the action, there could be multiple hurdles. For each of the hurdles, there could be one or more than one possible solution or workaround. Or the ways to overcome that, in whatever language you want to call that. So follow this simple technique: AHO, action, hurdle, and overcoming the hurdle. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Hope you are able to succeed in your goals. Thank you. Have a nice day. Cheers.